Hi everybody, I'm Aiden Browning, and welcome back to the ReCHORDed podcast, episode 8. So this episode is going to be different. It's going to be a different turn from what we did last time. I'm going to be simply explaining two very iconic Beatles songs. We have Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky.
And we have Strawberry Fields Forever.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Fields.
Both written by John Lennon. So, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. This song starts off in a major chord. Major key. It starts off in the key of A major. So the chord progression is, if you hear the intro, you can hear it it's like a little ladder going down. It's descending. It's going from one note to the note below it. So that's what descending means. And descending can actually mean, it depends. Like if it can go from one note to the note below it within a scale, or it could go just exactly one note under it chromatically, which is a chromatic is just like the direct note below it. It starts off slow, it's in A major, and you hear it descending, and that descending actually allows it to go down to F. You can hear him singing in F, it sounds like this.
Cellophane flowers of yellow and green, towering over you.
But then as the chorus comes in, it gets really quick, and he actually goes up to G.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky.
So you can hear there's a lot of key changes within that song and a lot of tempo changes as well. And part of it's kind of a psychedelic rock song, and then the rest is just kind of your main whatever. I really respect the album that it's in. So a fun fact about Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is that John Lennon's son, Julian, who was a child at the time, this took place in 1966, he drew a picture of his friend Lucy, and he described it as Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Now before we get into the next song, I want to tell you some really random music facts. There's no need to know them, but it's just fun to know. We have the world's longest concert. There's an organ performance happening right now in Germany titled As Slow as Possible. It started in 2001 and it isn't scheduled to finish until the year 2640. The last time a note actually changed was February 2024, and the next one isn't until some point this year, 2026. So the next fact we have is Space Oddity. In 2013, astronaut Chris Hadfield released the first ever music video in space, and it's just a cover of David Bowie's Space Oddity. And because of the lack of gravity, he had to modify his guitar because his fingers kept floating off the fretboard. I'll actually leave a QR code, so if you want to watch it for yourself, it's actually really cool. I heard it. 1952, composer John Cage wrote a piece called 433. The score, there's nothing on it. There's nothing on the score at all. Basically, the music is just sound noises. It's just this. You hear some AC, you may hear some people coughing. So that's very interesting to hear. The next thing we have, apparently termites, believe it or not, termites have a taste for rock and roll. Research shows that termites will eat through wood twice as fast as if they were listening to heavy metal. Now, the reason this probably is because the bass vibrations probably send off to the termites and they feel called to hurry up. Like if it's from other termites, it kind of simulates other termites. And apparently there's also a song or part of a song that's been sampled. If you've ever heard of a drum sample in hip hop and you feel like I've heard that before, you probably have. It's everywhere. It's a 6-second drum solo from the 1969 track by the Winstons. It's been sampled in over 6,000 songs, forming the entire foundation of hip-hop, really. Hip-hop and drum and bass. So that's going to do it for all these random music facts. Let's get back into the podcast. Strawberry Fields Forever is our next song. Now, Strawberry Fields Forever is basically in the key of B flat. The reason I say basically is because the intro is similar to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It actually descends, it goes down.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going.
You hear the note F, E, then E flat. And see, with that, the progression or the key itself is actually non-diatonic, which means it uses notes that aren't in the original key. And that's also known as an accidental for our professional friends who are in composing. And with Strawberry Fields, there's actually a really fun fact I want to point out with that. It's actually a mix of 2 different takes. I'm not sure if you knew that, but it's around the 1 minute mark. John Lennon loved take 7 and take 26 so much that he actually got their producer to mix them together, and you can hear the cut from one version to the next.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Field.
Okay, I want to thank you for watching this episode. Thank you, and go big go.